Want me to say something or what?
Music on.
Huh?
Mr. Summing, what is today? What is today?
Music on Monday.
What's up, Hawk Nation? Welcome back to Music on Mondays. I'm your host, Tyler Trainer, and today we got a very special episode for you. We got our guys, the Begats, here in the studio getting ready to release their next album. We're going to cut right over to them. Does that make sense?
Okay.
I work so hard to get the job done, also that I can have a little fun. I know you're coming through, and I'll be alright. Just might get a little wet by the end of the night. A little rain, come down on me. A little rain, come down on me. A little rain, come down on me. A little rain, little rain, little rain, little rain. You were gone a little while, and the skies were so blue. I see you past the trees, like a storm coming through. You're like lightning and thunder, the wind blowing hard, but under some covers, it don't matter where we start. Little rain, come down on me. Little rain, come down on me. Little rain, come down on me. Little rain, little rain, little rain, little rain. I hear you tapping on my window. Might as well let you in. I don't know how long you'll be around, or when you'll be back again. So before you go far out of sight, let's make it count, baby. Little rain and me all night. Little rain, come down on me. Little rain, come down on me. Little rain, come down on me. Little rain, little rain.
right, we got Colin and Matthew with us right now, the Begats. Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves? Tell us a little about you.
I'm Colin Heller from Norfolk, and yeah, love playing music with this guy.
Yeah, I'm Matthew Tiesling, also from here in Norfolk. Play a little bit of guitar and I sing. Same thing with this guy.
I try to play guitar and sing. But, you know.
All right, well, you guys are both in Norfolk's arguably probably the most popular band, the Begats. Why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about the Begats? What does it mean to you guys? Define the Begats.
So Matthew and I started it 10 years ago. It'll be 11 this year, and it started out with just the two of us. I was playing guitar, he was playing banjo or ukulele, and I had a bass drum and tambourine, and we would, both sing together. Because Mumford & Sons is one of our favorite bands for sure. But then, we kind of didn't have a name for a little while, and then I was working one day late night and found the Begats, and it means to kind of create, and the most common usage of it is power begets power. So I was like, well, that's kind of stinky a little bit. And then I was like, well, what do we stand for? What is music about? And music's the universal language of love. And I mean, if there was a little bit more love in the world, it'd be a good thing. So if love begets love, So and music is what I live for. So
That's definitely awesome. You said 10 years. How's that been? 10 years as a band is pretty insane around here.
It's been a wild ride.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride. That's a good way to put it. I mean, we started off obviously here in Norfolk. Then we lived out in Colorado for a little while. We came back. We played shows in probably 5 different states.
Oh yeah,
at least.
Yeah.
So.
And there was one summer where we had multiple shows a day for months at a time, every weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, 3 shows a day, one time. Oh man, that's crazy. It's been a wild ride.
All right, so kind of tell us, I mean, there's obviously got to be a lot of change from when you first started Begats up to now. Tell us what kind of changed within those 10 years. How did you keep moving forward and adapting to new music?
Music's ever changing, and it always will be, in my opinion. So why not, instead of try to contain yourself to one genre or something like that, why not change with it and see where you can take it? And one of our backstage things we say is, let's get weird tonight. And that's how we've kind of always looked at it. I'm not speaking for you.
No, you are.
But also another thing we say on some of our shirts too is, let's fun. So I mean, let's change and have fun and just make it fun, And it'll radiate through when you're playing too. So
I mean, a few shows a day at one point though. That's got to be stressful. How did you guys deal with that? I was like, was it still enjoyable in that time?
Yes. Some days when you're tearing down PA equipment and setting it all back up 3 times in one day, that can be towards the end of the night. It's like, man, I'm definitely ready for bed.
Oh yeah. That's, dude, roadies are totally the unsung heroes of every even big productions, man. Oh yeah.
We don't have roadies.
We don't have roadies. Yeah. You're looking at it. Now accepting applications though, for sure.
Yeah.
Not yet. Yeah. All right, so with 10 years, we hope for 10 more. What are you guys looking forward to as you continue? What's next for you guys?
More albums, more shows. I mean, so we have a vinyl coming out in March, and that'll be exciting. And we want to kind of stick to that and maybe do a 45 afterwards. But just going through even live shows that we've recorded and releasing those, and just trying to make it not I hate to use the word business because that takes the fun out of it, but I mean, it'd be cool to pay the bills.
Being able to pay the bills with your money, that's the dream. Yeah. So with this first album, you guys already have an album out, or would you call it an EP?
I'd call that an EP. Yeah, it was a little 4-song EP that we put out a few years back now. Probably at least 5 years.
Yeah, and like I said, music's ever changing. So you listen to the same song now, oh dude.
Yeah, it's completely different. But yeah, our album, it's coming out. Probably think we're looking at the middle of March for a release date. 11 songs on the vinyl itself, but we have recorded 12 songs. So on the digital download, there'll be an extra song to download and listen to.
Sneak,
Yeah.
Can't release them all. I got them wanting. I leave them one and wanting.
I mean, yeah, you guys definitely do play your music a little differently live than on the record. What's that like? What's the process of changing that up?
Whew, that was so tough, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Playing live is one of our songs, "Puppy Love," is 26 minutes. We did one, and making something that you can just because I love the songs. I know the guys love playing the songs too. So just enjoying it, but then cutting something that we've even rehearsed and just let loose for 12 minutes, 20 minutes, trying to cut that down into 3 minutes was the toughest thing ever, man. But I enjoyed it. It really grew us all.
It grew the songs too.
And it
like
grew the songs,
it's like
yeah.
we know the base of the song, so now in the middle of the song, it's like, all right, we're just gonna kind of jam this part out for a long while. Then it's like everybody's looking at each other, and it's like, oh,
Into this next
now let's
stage.
go back into this
Yeah.
next lyric, you know? So
Yeah. Talking about live shows, though, you guys are a full band. Tell us about that. How did it go from the two of you to 5, 6 of it is you guys now?
Yes, yeah.
at least 5 or 6. I mean, sometimes.
Sometimes
The stage is
seven.
full every
Yeah,
time you
yeah,
guys are
yeah,
there.
oh,
Yeah.
I think for our New Year's show, I think we had 7 people on stage at one point.
Yeah.
And that was at the Harbor, and played there. It's a little tiny little area. So I don't know how we got 7 people to fit in there, but it was a good fun time. But we have our saxophone player, Bodie.
Keys player Glenn.
Yep. Woody plays keys.
Bass is Dwayne.
Yep. Dwayne's bass player. We have an ever-changing drummer who.
2 Daves.
Yeah, we have a couple Daves, and Andrew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we've got
Oh,
a few
yeah.
out there.
So do you feel like adding all these members kind of changed your sound? And what direction do you feel like this changed your sound to, if so?
It definitely changed our sound for sure. We started Mumford & Sons is
Yeah.
one of the main reasons why we started. Like that's how we connected, and so it kind of changed from this folky Americana, like singer-songwriter sound to I don't know how you
I'd
really
say a
describe
jam.
to the
definitely-
Begats.
Yeah,
now,
to the
you know?
Begats. We're definitely a jam. We've kind of morphed into a jam band for sure.
Fish, Grateful Dead, Widespread Panic, like all that stuff. But it's our own sound, I think with the amount of people we have now, we're really, accepting people and accepting musicians, and so getting each one of their individual styles has kind of morphed it into this one big conglomeration of just fun.
That's the best way to put it. Well, we're going to come back and talk a little bit more about the album, but we're going to let you guys play some music for us.
All right.
That one was Lorraine off of our Mushroom album coming out in March. Begat the Ides of March. This next one's called Static. Static on the radio. Late day at work, so I better get home. Wondering how far that I can go before I break down, before it gets old. Static on the radio, sound better than the words to come. They cut me deep, worse than you know. But me being me, it'll never show. But keep painting your lies, and I'll pack my van and go. If you don't see why, then you'll never ever know. 'Cause right now, nothing sounds sweeter than some static on the radio. Same old story, same old show. No connection, no signal, just hums and buzzes and overtones, filling the hole inside my soul. Static on the radio, late day at work, so I better get home. I'm wondering how far that I can go. I'm gonna break down, it's getting old. But keep paying your lies, and I'll pack my van and go. If you don't see why, then you'll never ever know. 'Cause right now, nothing sounds sweeter than some static on the radio. Radio.
All right, Begats are back here with us again. All right, so we got this new album coming out in March, you said? All right, tell us a little bit about that. What are we going to expect?
I'll let you start. If you
Well,
want.
all right. Well, the album, the vinyl that we have created, it's called Mushroom. It's gonna be all sorts of songs. Our genre, like we've talked about, has just been completely flipped upside down, rolled through the dirt, and now we've come up and created our new sound, which is
Oh, yeah, you got like you got like a '90s song on there, like a kind of carnival-y, like just
gypsy song.
yeah, like a gypsy
like a-
song, and just a real jam song. Like if you listen to Goose or anything, a song that kind of sounds like them, but still is us. I hate comparisons; are the worst. But yeah, all over the place, man. Then that's what I love about it is like you hear music nowadays, and especially one album, and the songs are great. I'm not saying they're not, but it's very one kind of style and one sound, and this one is not. I love it. I love it. I couldn't be happier.
All right. So it's already finished. So we're just sitting on it right now.
Well, it's finished. It's in production right now. Like it'll be done. I think we got an email that it's going to be done at the end of this month, and hopefully shipped out before the end of this month. The same way, so we can get it in. I think around the Ides of March.
Begat the Ides of March.
Yeah. So.
All right. So yeah, you said I like the idea of not sticking to one genre and branching out. So what are your inspirations when making this album? Is there some artists that kind of you drew inspiration from when doing this, or is this all more personal?
Well, I mean, it's all personal, in my opinion. You know, like I wrote the songs, and Matthew wrote the songs, and so like obviously it's personal there. But when the influences were huge in the studio, but are ever present, you know, when we're playing too, even, you know, trying to channel in that Jimmy or that Eric Clapton or, you know, whoever it might be, you know. And some of mine were, I don't know, gosh, like I love James Hetfield from Metallica. And so like getting his like growl but then having like the good angelic smooth voice of, you know, like Pharrell Williams or something, you know, or like who's that? Patrick Stump from Fall Out Boy. Love him. Oh my gosh, yeah.
All my favorites.
Oh yeah, dude, that's what's up. Yeah.
All right. So first album in like 10 years of the Begats. Is this like 10 years worth of songs getting put into this album? Kind of walk us through the songwriting. Yeah.
I mean, all honesty, we have probably 50 plus songs that aren't even recorded and released.
Yeah.
Which we've definitely neglected recording music over the years. Like we have some stuff out there on like SoundCloud even. Yeah, SoundCloud, Spotify, even just like on my phone that I found from like years ago. It's like, whoa, we should totally bring that song back and redo it or something like that. But it's been years in the making, but some of these songs are only like months old.
Yeah. And some of them are like the words were written years and years back, but then we started jamming and it was like, oh, this would work well. Oh, boom. And then, yeah.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
So what do you guys want people to take away from this album that you guys are putting out?
Stick around for more, and I hope you like it. You know, like these are my babies.
Yeah,
Like,
I think definitely if you're just listening to the songs, you realize that, this band likes to have fun. They like to have a good time, and like that's why we were saying earlier, like the let's fun is kind of our motto that we've turned into.
Oh yeah. And if at least one person can relate to it, then like I can be happy with that. I mean, I poured my heart and soul into these songs. So.
We are all more than ready to do that. Yeah.
Thank you.
So you guys are playing all the time. Go ahead and tell us about some more dates coming up. I was like, you told me you got to book summer.
Oh yeah.
It's getting there for sure.
Playing like
I was gonna say in March. I think we're playing
Gray's Cake and Lincoln.
That's in April, but
that's in April.
But
See so many, they're all confused, man.
Yeah, no, yeah, we've been booking so many lately. I know we have shows in Lincoln, Omaha,
Long Pine,
up in Wagner, South Dakota.
Wagner,
We booked a
yeah,
show at a brewery up there. Obviously, local shows here in Norfolk as well.
Possibly might be getting a Kincaider Brewery tour again lined up, where we stop at all the locations there, and so that'll be fun.
Yeah,
All right. So who'd you guys do this new album with? Was it Matt Casey?
Matt
Yeah,
Casey
alright.
at Cat Records.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so cool, and like I bless Jim so much, man. Like we literally talked to him about 3 days before, and he was so excited to get in, and you could feel him just cheering us on the whole time, man. And Matt did such an amazing job. It just made it feel so warming and welcome. You know, like it was such a good experience.
Yeah, I was gonna say before we started recording, we talked. Like he said, we talked to Jim Casey like literally 3 days before he passed away, and we were just talking about like, hey, let's get in together next week and kind of start this ball rolling. We ended up waiting 6+ months because
Yeah.
Jim passed, but
Yeah.
still happy to record with Matt for
Oh
sure.
gosh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah.
For those guys who don't know, Jim Casey was an amazing musician around here who sadly passed away a year ago, it feels like.
I
It-
think
It
yeah.
was, I believe, yeah. Dang, I think it was a year
about a
ago.
year ago
Yeah.
now, yeah.
I mean, I think he's kind of inspired all of the local musicians around here. I was like, so do you guys feel like he left like an impact on this new album and these new records?
Oh, 100%.
Oh yeah.
100%. The first time we ever met him was it our first year or second year in?
I think it was our first year in for sure.
Yeah, and so we were across the street from Cat Studios, and it kind of brings it full circle thinking about it now. But
Yeah.
we were across the street, and it
And-
was way early in the morning.
It was for the Laugh and a Half Marathon.
There was lightning and stuff going on. It was
We're
crazy.
playing acoustic instruments just in the rain. I have the banjo. I'm like, lightning's going on. I'm looking around, going,
And he stood
Oh, man.
across the street for like a couple songs,
Yeah.
and then finally walked over and introduced himself. And I'll be honest, I didn't know who it was right at first, but I asked my dad, and he's like, "Oh, no way!" Blah blah blah. So that was pretty cool. And ever since then, we've been in contact.
I was like, I don't want to dub you guys like the new Jim Casey or something like that because I don't want to be disrespectful
No,
to him.
no,
But you
yeah,
guys
yeah,
definitely
no.
inspire a lot of musicians around here. How do you feel like local music's kind of changed since you guys started to now?
oh, it's there was 3 bands, I think, when we first started. Like
Yeah.
Nita and Woody.
Nita,
Tucker
Pie
Hill.
Smoking Charlie's,
Yeah,
Tucker Hill
Tucker
Citizen
Hill.
Brigade, and then us.
And there were a few others, but they kind of like had either just gotten out of it and they weren't doing as many shows. But it's amazing within the last like couple of years on how many bands have just been blowing up.
There's like you guys like Frippery, like Blair, like so many bands, man. Like it's so awesome to see. It's so awesome to see. Like I'm 31, and like man, if there would have been a music scene like this around when I was 21, oh dude, because it is about putting your music out there, but it's also supporting your friends. You know, if your friends are doing great, cheer them on because it's all family. We're all fighting the same battle.
Yes, agreed. So much, yeah. All right. With the local music scene too, I feel like it's changed in the last few months with even just the addition of the open mic, and you guys are behind a lot of that. So why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about that? How do you feel this open mic or the new open mic has kind of impacted this?
Amazing. I mean, Woody is the big head front of that, and I mean, his passion is just as deep as every musician's, you know, and it's been such a great thing to just come and see, you know, like it gets that atmosphere of just come and just play because, like I said, we're all fighting the same battle, and you know, like just great, get up on stage because that's something that we never had, and I still have stage fright so terribly. So if you can
Yes,
get
he
past
does.
that,
is
like,
true.
oh
That
man,
is true.
you know.
Before every show, he's like, "Man, I gotta go to the bathroom quick.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I'll be right
Yeah.
back." I'm like,
Oh,
"Oh,
man.
okay, man. We'll see you in a minute."
It's
then.
terrible. But yeah, it's the best thing. Like it makes me so happy, and I hope it sticks around because like I got a son. I just hope it's there for him and even generations on that. Like
Again, yeah, talking about generations and that legacy, I was like, you guys started Begats when you were in high school?
We were just out of high school.
Just out of high school. And now you guys both have kids, both have families.
Yeah.
What's that like? I was like, what is that like changing from just these kids fresh out of high school to now out there, everybody in the
Wow.
town knows your music? I was like, families, you guys are doing good right now. Yeah.
yeah.
I'd say the biggest change is like it's definitely no longer late nights. Late nights don't happen very often anymore.
Sometimes. Yeah,
Well,
very often. All
But
right.
when we're playing shows and stuff like that, definitely late nights are happening. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Having a kid and having a family changes you definitely for sure.
Yeah, you're not living for yourself anymore, but
Yeah.
you got to find time for yourself. I mean, like I've always told the guys too, that the worst part about a show for me is before leaving my boy, but he understands that I'm going because it makes Dad happy, you know, and he loves music, and I mean, you know, happiness radiates, and it'll radiate onto your family too.
I mean, what's that like being able to introduce your kids to your guys' music? What's that feeling? Yeah.
My kid's not even 1 yet, so he's just like loves, you know, me playing the guitar. He'll just sit there and stare at me. It's like, all right, that really helps. Like, I know what to do now if, you know, to calm him down or something like that.
Oh yeah, dude. So my son's 4, and when we first got the CD out, like to listen to it, really rough mixes and stuff, we have this song on the album called "Bad Guy." And he started singing that one day just when I picked him up from daycare. I about started crying. I was like, oh my gosh, like that's my song. And he goes, and now every time he goes, like just for some random song, Daddy, is that you? I go, no, it's not, you know, but it, you know, so that's cool.
I was like, I feel it. That warm feeling. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I could talk to you guys for hours, but sadly we got to get going. So we're going to let you guys play a few more songs, and then we're going to get ready for that album soon.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Thank you guys so much for
Thank
showing
you.
up. You guys are awesome.
Hell yeah.
This song's called Bad Guy. Call me the bad guy, call me all the names. It's whatever, you're the one to blame. I'm sick in the head, ready for bed, hoping when the morning comes, feelings will shed. Are you believing what you say? Do you hear yourself saying your problems aren't in play? I think I need some help before I start to go insane. Do you hear yourself? You're calling me the bad guy, and that's okay. I'm not the bad guy anyway. Call me the bad guy, call me the names. It's whatever, you're the one to blame. I know where I stand, it's getting out of hand. Felt like solid ground, realized it's quicksand. Do you hear yourself? Are you believing what you say? Do you hear yourself saying your problems aren't in play? I think I need some help before I start to go insane. Do you hear yourself? You're calling me the bad guy, and that's okay. I'm not the bad guy anyway. I'm not the bad guy when you don't get your way. I'm not the bad guy, not any day. Done all I can, but can't no more. You'll see what I mean when I'm out the door. Are you believing what you say? Do you hear yourself saying your problems aren't in play? I think I need some help before I start to go insane. Do you hear yourself? bad guy. And that's okay. So this next song is called Cold Morning off of our upcoming album in March called Mushroom. Check us out on Facebook, Spotify,
Instagram.
I forgot we had that one. We're trying to TikTok, and hopefully soon we'll have a website too where you can get all of our sweet merch from Lost Hippie. So check out those guys too. They're great. All right. It's another cold, cold morning. About -2, just to give you a clue. But I woke up on time, feeling pretty fine, ready to break my back for a nickel or a dime. But lately I've been thinking there's surely got to be more than this crazy, mundane monotony of barely scraping by, no matter how hard I try. I'm getting tired, I ain't gonna lie. Gotta make a change before I break. Gotta aim high with every shot I take. And I'm feeling deeply that I'm gone completely insane. But I'll be okay. Now please keep in mind, I'm so grateful for all I haven't had and all that will ever be. But can't blame a man for wanting a better hand. No more jokers, only royalty. And if I risk it for the biscuit, I'll carry a tray. I'll eat like a king, 'cause the world's my buffet. I ain't gonna survive, I'm gonna thrive. I've got one life to live, and I'd rather feel alive. Gotta make a change before I break. Gotta aim high with every shot I take. And I'm feeling deeply that I've gone completely insane. But I'll be okay. Yeah, I love that song.
That's good.
Wrote that because I didn't want to build the house I was working.
All right, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We hope you guys have a happy Monday. Tune in next week for some more musical talent.